City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5. Looking to throw. Cotton eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To the air with McCarthy. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. In motion is Grant. Throwing is McCarthy. Brought in over the middle by Grant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. McCarthy operating from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cotton. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Cotton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Cotton. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Washington's got it. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, McCarthy. And incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Orlando takes back over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
At the 26-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cotton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cotton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cotton. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a good sack to bring up 3rd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. It's a short one here. And the ball is knocked out. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
In motion is Grant. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Cotton. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! A big play there. 62 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And this is incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the... A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Cotton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now it's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This is caught, and he will take this one in for a touchdown from 19 yards away. And his guys are going to retake the lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Hands it off out of the gun. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Cotton. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on that play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Operating from the gun. Cotton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. to get this out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the gun on third down, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. McCarthy firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looking to throw. Cotton. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun. Cotton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Operating from the gun. Cotton. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Collins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Some good running there at the end of the drive. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
So that drive spans 13 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Here's 1st down. He's back to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That throw out wide going to be incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heat for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.